Less fortunate news for Will Fuller, the second-year wide receiver in Houston. He has a broken collarbone, according to Adam Schefter and Sarah Barshop, who covers the team for us here at ESPN.com. The recovery time is somewhere between 2 and 3 months. That means best-case scenario is around Halloween for Will Fuller. Worst-case scenario could be closer to the start of November. We'll see what it means. For now, I think this renders him undraftable, but this is a player that we were kind of excited about because remember last preseason? Like, not too many players flashed in the same way that Will Fuller flashed. This was when Brock Osweiler still looked competent as a quarterback, or at least semi-competent, and him and Fuller had a connection last preseason that was hard to ignore.
Yeah, and it's, you know how we all kind of have our go-to sleeper list every year? He's the guy. Every radio spot, TV opportunity, I'm just Will Fuller. He's the guy that he's free. I mean, he's going in the last couple rounds of drafts. Now he gets hurt, so kind of I have to update my sleeper list, I suppose. But yeah, last year when he played 92% of the pass plays he was on the field for, 18% target share, he had 635 yards. It's not a tiny number for a rookie, and was getting very little love in his second year. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but maybe a buy low opportunity in deeper leagues, dynasty leagues, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, especially, and I always talk about this, and my draft day manifesto is going to be coming out here one of these days, I swear. But one of the things I talk about is just like knowing your league rules, which you think, well, duh, but you'd be amazed at how many people don't know all the intricacies of their rules. And like, if you have an IR slot, then Fuller makes a great stash. To your point, because he's basically free. He'll go undrafted in most leagues. Yeah, exactly. He'll go undrafted in almost every league now. But if you have an IR slot, stash him. If you have a deep bench, makes sense. I spoke with Bill O'Brien actually at the Combine in Indianapolis specifically about Will Fuller, and he couldn't have been more bullish about what he'd seen in the rookie year, what he wanted him to work on, but just how strong he thought he was, and just what a good football mind he thought Will Fuller was, and how impressive he was on his route running. One thing I want to mention, though, is I think DeAndre Hopkins becomes a little bit more interesting here. Think about 2015, where he got 31.6% of the target share of the Texans. Last year, 25.9%. Obviously, the quarterback play certainly hurt his production as well. But the fact that Fuller was on the field certainly, got some targets away from him. You could also argue the drives ended quicker because Brock was so brutal. But I do think this is ultimately a boon for DeAndre Hopkins' fantasy value, and I think he goes up a little bit higher. The only concern here, of course, he's already going as wide receiver number 12 overall. I don't know how much higher he could go in terms of his draft.
I'm no more comfortable drafting him. I can't get any more comfortable than wide receiver 12. That's already a little bit too rich for my blood because there's good depth at that position.